Hi, this is Diane Lovetobake, and what we're going to make are southern white bread. Now these particular little individual breads, they come out so pretty. I actually had them at a friend's house, and I thought it was so nice that everybody got their own little bread, rather than, you know, a whole loaf rather, that's been cut up into slices. In fact, you can make this recipe and you'll get two 9 by 5 by 3 inch loaf pans if you want to make it into a bread. If you don't want to do the individual little ones that I did. But I did make this in my bread maker. And of course you could use a hand method to make this if you choose. But I want to start off by giving you the recipe to it, and the recipe also will be below the video. What you need is 6 cups of flour, all-purpose flour, 1 cup of cornmeal, 1/3 cup of granulated sugar, 1 tablespoon of salt, 2 packages of active dry yeast, 1½ cups milk, 3 tablespoons of butter. If you don't have butter and you prefer margarine also, then go ahead and use that. I tend to like the butter myself though for the recipe. And 1 cup water, lukewarm at 110 degrees. And the milk should be hot as well. I have some of the dough that came out of the machine. I usually cut it into half so that I can, I get about, oh my gosh, I would say 8, I get probably, 12 to 14 little breads, individual breads out of this. I do cut them up though in 3.4 ounces on my scale. What I like about these breads is they bake up, they spread out, so they're gonna they're gonna look bigger than what they are. Okay, let me just get it right here real quickly. Okay, 3.4. Okay, and in forming them, you don't have to be real fussy or anything like that. I tend to just make a disc and I bring it together, pinch it all together on the back with my fingertips, and then I just press in the center and round them off with my hands like that. You will have to put them on a grease pan, that type of thing. What I also like to do is I just take an egg wash, or you could use egg yolks with a little bit of water if you don't want to use the whole egg, and I brush the tops of them. I think they brown up nicer that way. Now once you do that, you'll want to cover these, of course, and they do have to rise before you bake them, and the rise might take you a half hour, it might take you an hour. Mine tend to take at least about an hour on this particular recipe. So once you lay them on and cut them up, shape them, put them on your tray, don't forget to put a towel over them for them to be able to rise, okay? Now you will bake these up at 325. I'm sorry, I did make a mistake, 350 degrees, and they can take you anywhere from 20 to 35 minutes. So do keep an eye on them, because as we do know, all our ovens set up so differently, that type of thing. I have some to show you. I just want to rinse my hands here real quickly. And this is how they bake up. They come out this beautiful golden brown on the top and the bottom. When they are thoroughly baked, of course, when you hit the bottoms of them, they will hear, it'll sound hollow, and that you'll know that they're properly cooked. or baked, I should say. And I'm going to cut one in half here. These just came out of the oven, so there's still some steam coming out of them. They're nice and warm. And I always like to show the flake or the texture on these breads, and I hope you can see it. Again, even though there's cornmeal in it, it's still not really a heavy. It's about a medium density because of the cornmeal. And then I don't know if you can see it or not, but the beautiful flake that I'm getting from the fork. So they're not, they're not real heavy, if you know what I mean, and I'm that type of thing. And they are absolutely delicious. I prefer to eat them warm, or hot is even better, but they're great even cold with some butter or whatever that you'd like to put on them. And what I thought was, going back to that first story that I started telling you, is that we all got our own. So it was our own like little mini bread, and they were just delicious. So I wanted to share this recipe with you. If you try this recipe and you like it, leave a comment, because I'd like to hear from you. And as always, thanks for watching Diane Lovetobake, and please subscribe. I'll see you soon.